Hello, a very good evening to all of you. Wanted to just inform you that we are awaiting the arrival of Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi, who is our chief guest this evening. We are waiting for her to arrive at the venue, and we shall begin as soon as she's here. Thank you. May I also take this opportunity to remind you all to switch off your mobile phones in case you haven't done so. Thank you.
Concept of soft power is not very old. It has been just about maybe a couple of decades that the world started discussing about soft power. And in the Indian context, I believe there are some features which are very unique to the idea of India of soft power. And what are these features? I believe basically in the Indian context, India's soft power starts with a whole lot of attraction towards the idea of India, which we experience in every nook and corner of the world. And this particular attraction and curiosity about the idea of India takes us to a fund of goodwill that India enjoys all over the world. Now, when we talk about soft power, this goodwill has to be taken to a different level and converted into a kind of understanding about the idea of India. The moment world starts understanding the idea of India, I believe our objective of soft power could be very easily achieved.
India, the land of wonders. A land where there was wisdom when the rest of the world was learning the ropes of civilization. Amidst the malice of the Dark Ages, India gave the world a glimmer of hope. In the unstable times of violence and turmoil, a revolutionary principle was born in India. Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. Non-violence is the highest virtue. The idea of non-violence, which is still relevant and a core philosophy of this rapidly growing nation. Gandhiji's values and philosophy of ahimsa has inspired generations. India believes in making the world a beautiful place where everyone is part of one big family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one world, one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, ancient Indian philosophy that considers the entire population as one giant family. A family that prospers with each other without any conflict or aggression. In today's age of seamless geographical boundaries and international partnerships, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam seems like the necessity of the future. India banks on its cultural strength and power that emphasizes on moral high ground. Sarvajan Hidai, Sarvajan Sukhai, for everyone's wellness, for everyone's happiness. With a harmonious ideology at the core, India believes in winning the hearts and admiration of the whole world. Since its independence struggle, India has shown the world that non-violence and all-inclusiveness, along with spiritualism, yoga, Bollywood films, classical dances, and the ever-popular lip-smacking cuisines are Indian inherent strength, and attract the world to this wonderful, hospitable country and its warm people. A nation that prides itself on its heritage. India is a shining example of how unity, harmony, and oneness combined with culture can conquer the whole world. Proud of its past, India is moving forward into the future. In a rapidly changing technological landscape, India has emerged as a technological giant. With its booming information technology, diaspora spread all around the globe. India dominated the world in intellectual prowess. From tech titans to humble startup ventures, India's making her presence felt all over the global IT scene. Looking at a future that is highly progressive and all-inclusive, India draws strength from its ancient civilization and rich history. Learning several lessons in morality and humility, India believes in leading by example. A land where modern technology and progress work alongside with old traditions and culture. India is a land of wonders indeed, where the past seamlessly exists with the present and becomes a part of the future. Today, hand in hand with its ancient civilization and modern values, India is a landscape of diversity, tolerance, and inclusiveness. Using its public goods such as yoga and Ayurveda, India has spawned some of the world's greatest religions, art, and literature. Being the biggest and most vibrant democracy in the world, it is a melting pot of culture and traditions that promotes the subliminal message of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Ayanijaha paroveti ganana laghu chetasam udar charitana tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This is mine, that is theirs. Only narrow-minded believe in this divide. Wise, however, believe for the whole world as one family.
Namaskar. On behalf of Indian Council for Cultural Relations, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this evening's gala show being presented at this majestic venue as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate 75 years of progressive India and the glorious history of its people, culture, and achievements. It's a privilege to have the august presence of Honorable Minister State for External Affairs and Culture, Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi, President, ICCR, and Member Rajya Sabha, Dr. Vinay Sahasrabuddhe, distinguished dignitaries and excellencies, a warm welcome to all of you. To begin with, may I request Honorable Minister, along with President ICCR, to kindly light the ceremonial lamp and inaugurate today's program. May I request secretaries seated in the front row to kindly accompany them in lighting the ceremonial lamp. Thank you so much. May I now request President ICCR and Member Rajya Sabha Dr. Vinay Sahasrabuddhe for his welcome address.
Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi ji, other officials of the Ministry of External Affairs, Excellencies, Ambassadors, Diplomatic Corps, their family members, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all of you to this beautiful evening. And such evenings, especially for organizers, have a message which is speak less and listen more. So I don't intend to give any speech as such, but I just wanted to welcome you all and to tell you that this is not just an entertainment program. Of course, it's a musical evening, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. But we have also tried to enlighten certain finer aspects of Indian culture, enlighten the audience on certain finer aspects of Indian culture, and I'm sure it will also help you understand Indian culture in a better way. Before I end, let me also extend an invitation for another evening, which is going to be on the next Saturday, which is 5th of March. And 5th of March marks the completion of 1 month after the very sad demise of Srimati Lata Mangeshkar, the nightingale of not just India, but of the world. And we have organized a musical evening wherein a music critic will be explaining, along with playing some numbers of Lata Mangeshkar, about the musical traditions as enriched by Srimati Lata Mangeshkar. So do mark your diary and join us there as well. Once again, I extend a very warm welcome to Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi ji and all other dignitaries present, excellencies, ambassadors, and friends of ICCR. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And now may I request Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi, to kindly present her inaugural address.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vinay Sahasrabuddhe ji, Naina ji, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very pleasant evening. Delhi is really beautiful and surroundings are really nice. I must tell you a little about this place. This comes under my other jurisdiction as Minister of Culture. This particular historical place is what Delhi is all about. The old Indraprasth, as we call it, from the days of Mahabharat. And if you come and see during the day, you'll see layers and layers of buried civilizational history of India in many layers. And right from greyware to redware to all the other clay pots which have been extracted from this particular spot. This is Delhi for you. Fewer people know about it. More people think it's only the Mughal period which established Delhi or post-colonial period. But Delhi has a very, very long history, and Indraprasth is the oldest part which we remember. So very, very nice and historical city, Delhi, and very historical place to set up the finale program of MEA, especially when we were celebrating Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav under the iconic week of our Ministry of External Affairs. So we are marking the finale today, from beginning with 21st and 27th. We are ending it. But this is not the end of celebration, because Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav will go on enriching us till 23rd, the year 23rd to 23. August, 15th August 2023. And this all began when the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, decided and made a commitment that this is a time to celebrate unsung heroes of India. This is a time to celebrate our achievements. This is a time to mark the ideas which made this country great. This is the time to make resolves and further make our pledges and work on those pledges, that whatever little, big or small contribution in making India a modern and formidable nation that we all can do, we must continue to do that. And in spite of all the challenges that India saw right from its modern birth in 1947, we have not really compromised on our principles, and we have maintained our independence, and that's what India is all about. Celebrating the freedom, celebrating the true spirit, the indomitable human spirit, no matter what the challenges are, the hope is always there. So please enjoy the evening, enjoy the music, and enjoy everything which is positive about the country. With these words, I welcome you all. A very, very warm welcome. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Always a pleasure and a privilege. India, a country so vast with its vivid spectrum of glorious heritage, rich art and culture, knowledge and wisdom, history, diversity, and philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, embraces all. It's an enchanting amalgamation of multiple traditions, customs, cultures, religions, and languages. Its flourishing art forms have retained their sanctity and purity while molding themselves in contemporary and modern idioms. Today's gala is an extravaganza of dance and music, bringing together various art forms from many states of India, highlighting their distinct movements and inherent similarities. The show reflects and celebrates the Vishwaguru Bharat and Atmanirbhar Bharat, a young and resurgent India, an inclusive India, the ideas, achievements, and resolve, the innovation, design, and craftsmanship, the rich cultural heritage. It's also a tribute to the martyrs, to the unsung heroes who we owe our freedom to. It's a teamwork arts presentation directed by Sanjoy Roy, presenting the gala show.
राजेन्द्रवदनं लम्बोदरं सुन्दरं प्रसन्नं मदगन्धलुब्धं मधुप दन्तारात विधारितानिरुधिरे सिन्दूर शोभाकरम् वन्दे शैलसुतासुतं गणपतिं सिद्धिप्रदं कामदम् पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
Invoking the universal energy through the primordial sound of the conch, resonating through the dimensions of time and space, welcoming creation through light and energy, invoking the divinity of the sun, moon, stars, and nature. Welcome to Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav, celebrating 75 years of India's independence. From the northeast to the south, east to the west, an amalgamation of percussive styles and beats, breaking barriers of language, India embraces its diversity with the philosophy of a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family, composed and conducted by Avik Roy. The depth and breadth of an age-old philosophy defended with passion and a duty to the country by our armed forces. A rendition of the late Lata Mangeshkar soul-stirring "Ae Mere Watan," sung by Arushiyas Gaonkar with Sukriti Sen and Santoor Kundu. The visuals have been created by the award-winning Sparklework Films.
जब घायल हुआ हिमालय, खतरे में पड़ी आजादी।
जब तक थी सांस लड़े वो, जब तक थी सांस लड़े वो, फिर अपनी लाश बिछा दी। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँख में भर लो पानी। जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँख में भर लो पानी। जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जरा याद करो कुर्बानी।
The light from the auspicious lamps mark new beginnings. The offering is by the classical Odissi dancers from the Kiran Cycle Company with the traditional Hojagiri dance form from Tripura by Sonacharan Debarma.
Tintarigada Dagadiganada, Tintarigada Dagadiganada, Tintarigada Dagadiganada, Sarisa Dani Pada Mava Gama Nega Sarapa, Gamada, Gamani, Gamasa, Nida Bama, Gagare, Gagare, Sani Sare, Gare Sasa, Dani Sa. Gagare, gagare, sare, sare, gare, sa, sa, dare. Maga, pama, dapa, nida, sa. Gare, sa, nida, ni, sa. Maga, pama, dapa, nida, sa. Gare, sa, nida, ni, sa. Nida, sa, dha, ni, pa, ni, da, ma, da, ma. Nida, sa, dha, ni, pa, ni, da, ma, da, ma. Gama, da, ni, sa, sa, sa. Gama, da, ni, sa, sa, sa. Gama, da, ni, sa, sa. Hey, girditang, girditang, hey, girditang, girditang, hey, girditang, girditang. देखो गो आगो सखी देखो गो राधा माधव चले देखो गो आगो सखी देखो गो राधा माधव चले देखो गो मणि विमान आसे झोले झोले मणि विमान आसे झोले झोले देखो गो आगो सखी देखो गो राधा माधव चले देखो गो आगो सखी देखो गो राधा माधव चले देखो गो विविध बादन वीर कहाणे विविध बादन वीर कहाणे विजय कले गोप दांड ओ छोड़े विजय कले गोप दांड ओ छोड़े देखो गो आगो सखी देखो गो राधा माधव चले देखो गो आगो सखी देखो गो राधा माधव चले देखो गो आगो सखी देखो गो राधा माधव चले देखो गो
Countless unknown souls were committed to the idea of independence and laid down their lives to realize an independent India. A tribute by Ao Naga Choir, Kin Maimer Ola, composed by Mei Nungsang and performed by dancer Gilles Chuen with the puppets by Puran Bhatt. From the young and the young at heart, the martial arts and classical traditions have been alive and celebrated throughout the subcontinent. From the martial art forms of Mayurbhanj and Seraikela Chau to the classical Goti Pua and the revered world heritage form of Thayyam, set to the soul-stirring songs of the Bauls of Bengal.
মনের মানুষের সনে আমার মনের মানুষের সনে আমার মনের
Ah
millennia, traditions from India have traveled through the world across trade routes to the east and the west. Examples include the gypsy and flamenco forms, which evolved from the Kalbelia and Kathak traditions performed by the Rachna Yadav Dance Studio, with the celebrated Gulabo Sapera and the Gair dancers from Rajasthan. new and resurgent India with gender parity as celebrated by the all-women Bhangra Queens in collaboration with Dhol Cholam by the Manipuri Cultural Troupe. India will have the largest population by 2030 with a young and a resurgent demographic, innovative and dynamic, ready for change. Their language reflected in the vibrancy of India's cinematic tradition and Bollywood film, reflective of our collective dreams and aspiration from patriotism to celebration.
यहाँ अपनी भी थोड़ी अदा थोड़ा अंदाज है, ऐसे है चाहे वैसे है, अरे जो भी है जैसे है, खुद पे हमें नाज है। जाने ना हमको ये जमाना, चाहो तो हमको आजमाना। यार बार हम चाल साज, हम इश्क बाज दिल वाले, कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले, छू लेते दिल के तार से इंडिया वाले, हर जीत छीन ले हार से इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो सबसे आगे होंगे। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी, हिंदुस्तानी। हमने कहा है तुम भी कहो, सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी, हिंदुस्तानी।
ढोल
A fascinating melange of varied art forms of India seamlessly woven together in this spectacular gala. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage the show director, Sanjoy Roy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the unsung heroes of India are our artists and artisans, 200 of them representing 17 states and 25 different art forms. Please give them a big hand. It's their show. Much of the music and the percussion that you heard today has been specially composed for the Amrit Mahotsav show, and we'd like to thank the Minister and the President, ICCR, for this wonderful occasion, and of course the setting that we have, which is Purana Killa. Thank you all for coming. A big thank you to our colleagues at the Indian Council of Cultural Relations. May I invite the Deputy Director General to say a few words, formally thank you. And I need to place on thanks on behalf of all my colleagues at Teamwork, especially to Mr. Mahindra from ICCR and Mr. Ram and all their colleagues for making this possible. DDG, please.
Thank you, Sanjay. I think you all have already seen a show today. I cannot probably describe that in words, but I think it's a fitting end to what is the Ministry of External Affairs ACAM week, and we had a very eventful and successful round of events, and I think this one was the icing on the cake. I would like to thank Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture for gracing this occasion, our President ICCR also for being the guest of honor, and of course all you colleagues coming out today in such numbers. We were overwhelmed by the response, and I think we have justified the show today. Special thank you, as Sanjay said, to all our artists from all over India. I think it's their show, and they very aptly and very succinctly depict what we often say as unity in diversity. And this is again the 75th anniversary of India's independence, and I think it's a memorable event. So thank you once again. I hope you enjoyed the setting, the scenery, and the ambience today evening, and you will probably keep these memories till the rest of your lives and our lives. Thank you once again, and I would like to hand over the
Thank
back
you so
to
much, Shrinayak. And now I would request Honorable Minister Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi ji, along with President ICCR, Dr. Vinay Sahasrabudhe, to kindly come on stage for the felicitations.
Gotipua is a tradition where the boys dress pre-puberty as girls before they graduate into the Odissi form. So that's the Gotipua who've come from Odisha. Can I ask the DDG and Mr. Mahindra and Ram also to come up for a photograph?
Thank you all once again on behalf of Indian Council for Cultural Relations. We thank you all for your appreciation, for your participation in today's program. Thank you all. Good night.
Shut up. Mics for the musicians, please.